Hi guys, Miss Main here with today's story. As you can see, I'm a little bit into character. I have my Dodger shirt on, I got my Dodger hat on, my Dodger earrings on. Yeah, I'm kind of a fanatic for the Dodgers. I watch the Dodgers every single game. If I'm not at the game, which this year you're not allowed to be at the game, or on TV, big Dodger fan. So, today's story, I decided to pick Curious George, at the baseball game. So the quiz number is 105443. All right, so this is recording especially just for you so that you can take a quiz. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today, George and the man with the yellow hat were going to the ballpark to watch a baseball game. George couldn't wait to see what it would be like. At the baseball stadium, the man with the yellow hat introduced George to his friend, the head coach of the Mudville Miners. He had arranged for George to watch the game from the dugout. What a treat! George got a Miners cap to wear, and then he sat on the bench with the players. He felt just like part of the team. The players cheered a Miners home run. George cheered too. The players groaned at the Miners strikeout. George groaned too. Lots of ups and downs at a baseball game. Then George noticed one of the Miners' coaches making funny motions with his hands. He touched his cap, he pinched his nose, he dusted off his shoulder. Thought George, maybe this was another way to cheer for the team. Have you guys ever seen coaches do that? They do this, touch their cap. That they're giving their players some signals, some signs. They learn. Pitch the nose means steal second base, or dusting off the shoulder means different things. So George made some hand motions too. He tugged at his ear. He rubbed his tummy. And he scratched his chin. Just then, a Miner player got tagged out at second base. The player pointed at George. "That monkey," he said, "he distracted me with his funny signs." Oops! The coach had been given directions to the base runner. George's hand signals had taken his mind off the play. Poor George. He had only been trying to be part of the team. Instead, the Miners had lost their chance to score. George watched the rest of the game from the stadium seat, or at least he tried to watch the game. There was so much going on around him. There was food for sale. There was shouting fans. There was a woman holding a big camera. That's part of the reason why I love baseball games, because there's so much going on. Sometimes I miss the plays too. The woman pointed her camera at some fans. And look, those fans waved out from the huge screen on the ballpark scoreboard. So see, there's the cameraman, camera woman. She's pointing at these fans, and these fans are now on the stadium. Big screen. George had never been on TV before. He was very curious. What would it be like to see himself on the big screen? He soon learned the answer. It was exciting. So there he is. His hands are kind of up. So right here you can kind of see his hands. And he's even excited just about seeing his hands. George liked seeing himself on the screen. "Hey, you!" shouted the camera woman. "Cut that out!" Look at him on top of the camera. Now his face is like upside down, like, "Hello, who's in there?" Uh-oh, George had gotten a little carried away. He ran off with the angry camera woman hot on his heels. "I gotta get out of here!" In the busy stadium breezeway, George hid behind a popcorn cart. He waited for the camera woman to pass by. Just then, George heard a noise behind him. It was a quiet little noise, like a sigh or a sniff. What could have made that noise? George wondered. See him hiding behind the popcorn machine? Phew! There goes the camera woman. George turned. There, behind the cart, was a little boy crying. George wanted to help. He crept out of his hiding place and over to the boy. "Aha! There you are!" shouted the camera woman, spotting George. Then the camera woman noticed the teary-eyed boy. She seemed to forget that she was mad at George. "I'm lost," the boy said. "I can't find my dad." If only there were a way to let the boy's dad know where he was. But there was a way. The camera woman aimed her lens at the little boy, and there he was on the big screen for everybody to see, including his dad. And down here it says, "Is this your child or your monkey?" Within minutes, the boy and his father were together again, and the man with the yellow hat had come to find George. "I can't thank you enough," the boy's father said to the camera woman. The camera woman shrugged. "Don't thank me," she said. She patted George on the back. "It was this little fella who found your son." George was the star of the day. Yay, George! Okay, well, I gotta go because I think there's a baseball game about to start. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow for tomorrow's story.